Long ago, during the reign of Emperor Shirakawa in the 11th century, there lived a monk named Raigō. Raigō was the abbot of mii-dera, a monastery in Shiga Prefecture at the foot of Mount Hiei, and he was well known for his piety. The emperor, having no heir, was concerned about his line of succession. He approached Raigō, begging the monk to pray for a son for him, and promised him anything he would like in return. Raigō agreed to the request, wishing only that his temple could build a new ordination building on its grounds. Emperor Shirakawa eagerly consented, and Raigō began the prayers for the emperor to have a son. Raigō prayed long and hard, and finally a royal prince was born. The emperor was overjoyed and set about making plans to grant Raigō his wish. Unfortunately, mii-dera had a powerful rival temple called enryaku-ji, which sat on top of Mount Hiei. Enryaku-ji wielded great political power and had a powerful army of warrior monks at its disposal called Sohei. When enryaku-ji caught wind that the emperor had agreed to expand Raigō's temple, they were having none of it. They could not allow such a gift to be granted to a rival temple, so enryaku-ji threatened the emperor with curses and violence if he followed through with his commitment. With no choice in the matter, Emperor Shirakawa was forced to concede and renege on his promise to Raigō. Raigō, understandably upset, began a hunger strike in protest of the emperor's broken promise, but the emperor could not go against enryaku-ji's will. Raigō's appearance became gaunt and ghoulish. It is said he went mad with hunger and even muttered to himself incessantly, cursing the emperor and enryaku-ji. On the 100th day of his hunger strike, Raigō passed away, his heart full of rage towards the unfaithful emperor and the rival monastery of enryaku-ji. So great was the hatred in Raigō's heart that when he died he transformed into a ghost driven by pure vengeance. Emperor Shirakawa was disturbed to hear reports that his young prince was being visited by a mysterious monk. He desperately prayed for the safety of his son, but still, night after night, there were sightings of an unfamiliar, ghostly monk with wispy white hair and a gaunt, sunken face appearing over the prince's bed. Unfortunately, the emperor's prayers were for naught, and the young prince died at the age of 4. Raigō's vengeance did not stop there. His twisted spirit transformed into a gigantic rat. Its body was as hard as stone, and its teeth and claws as strong as iron. The monstrous spirit, Tesso, as it came to be called, summoned a massive army of rats which poured through Kyoto, up Mount Hiei, and converged on enryaku-ji. There, the rats wreaked havoc and vengeance upon the monks and their temple. The army of rats poured through the monastery complex, chewing through the walls and doors, tearing up the roofs and floors, and attacking the monks. They devoured enryaku-ji's precious sutras, scrolls, and books, eating and despoiling everything they found. They even ate the precious statues of the Buddha. Nothing could stop Tesso and his army of rats until finally a shrine was built at mii-dera. This apparently appeased the spirit of Raigō, and his rats soon retreated back into the mountain's forest. Raigō's shrine stands at mii-dera today. Typically, Buddhist buildings are built facing the east. However, Raigō's shrine is built facing the north. It points to the top of Mount Hiei, directly at Enryaku-ji, the target of his rage.